Clearly, somebody who had this home foreclosed on had that foreclosure rage. They were just so incredibly angry by the fact that they were losing their home that they completely destroyed it. Losing your home to foreclosure is one of the most devastating things that can happen to someone. You're not just losing your house, you're losing your stability, your memories, everything. In today's video, we're taking a look at what happens when that pain turns into something else entirely. Because in a lot of these circumstances, instead of walking away, some people decide, if I can't have it, nobody can.
All right, so I'm going in. Actually, I'm not going in here. Okay. So I do. Hello? I'm just here for photos. Don't be alarmed. I'm doing some BPO pictures today for banks. And I get to go into homes that are vacant and likely in a distressed situation in foreclosure. And sometimes we don't know what we're walking into here. Hello. So I always just make friends. I'm just here for photos.
Okay. How terrifying. Okay, so this lady has to go in and take photos of foreclosed properties for banks because, as you know, if a house gets foreclosed on, the bank takes ownership and recalls the mortgage and all of that. So that means that the bank has to send someone out to check the property so that they can get it ready to sell it and get their money back. So while this property isn't as bad as we are going to see today, it does bring up a real concern that a lot of people have that they're going to walk into a, quote, distressed circumstance and potentially put themselves in harm's way. So she's saying that she kind of comes into these homes and she announces herself, I'm assuming in case there are squatters, and the squatters could just be people that are unhoused, or they could be the previous owners of the home that have just, broken back in after they've been escorted out, because that's something else that we see is a lot of people refuse to leave and the sheriff has to come and actually remove them. But what a lot of people will do is they will go back later, break in, and continue to live there. People like her that have to just simply walk into a house and start photographing, damages for a bank, you don't know what you're walking into. That is a scary, scary job. And so kudos to her for trying to at least be friendly about it. And of course, we saw the signature Don Julio empty bottle right on the kitchen counter. Not surprised to see that.
Just here for pictures. Okay. Hello. I don't know what that is. Or that. Okay. Hello? Hello? Okay, I think it's time to get out of here.
Okay, so they didn't leave this place as trashed as we expected, so let's see what else is out there.
Currently going through a house that is in a pretty fair area of the city, and I wanted to just show you what somebody did who was obviously not very happy about leaving the house, or somebody broke in and did it intentionally. Let me get down these stairs. Every single wall has holes punched into it, and they're all plaster walls. Every single window is broken. The furnace has been stolen, the hot water tank's been stolen, the vanity for the bath has been stolen, the toilet has been broken in half. Every single wall has a gouge in it, several gouges, and every window broken. it's a lot of work. Look at that wall. Every window broken. That window is open and completely missing any screen or anything. No birds in here though.
Wow, 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 wow. Those are plaster walls. And it looks like they just took, I don't think it was a fist, looks like they just took a hammer and just started taking out their frustration on the walls and the windows. It looked like every single plaster wall and every single window in that house was busted out with a hammer. They were obviously angry right before they left and they took it out on the house.
Hey now, it's your favorite property recovery agent. We're out here on the west side. It's early, it's warm. We got us a fresh foreclosure, and this place looks a hot mess. It's missing the aluminum siding as high up as one can reach, and it had a condemnation notice. This place is condemned. So we got a condemned fresh foreclosure. Now it had HUD locks, it had lockbox. I got access. Have not been inside this sucker. Let's go inside. Let's check it out first. Ooh. Carpeting on the entrance. Fancy. No, it's not fancy. Stinks like an old cooter. Oh, wait a minute. There's a basket behind the door. Oh, it fucking reeks. Boy, fucking stinkaroo, funkarillo. What's dying in that? Ugh. Look at all the whatever that is. Could be shit. The fridge has got stuff crawling out of it. Oh. Oh. Can we even get through here? Yeah, oh well, maybe. We got flies, we got the stinkaroo, we got the funkarillo. What we got over here? Bathroom. Just got clothes. The toilet's got a garbage bag in it. You know what that means, ladies and sirs. That means that the fucking plumbing wasn't working and they were shitting in a bag. I'm not even kidding. That has to be why.
Okay, so it doesn't look like they really damaged this property as much as just leaving it absolutely disgusting. It almost looks like people purposefully throw shit everywhere, does it not? Like, it doesn't look like, oh, they were moving all of their stuff out and they just said forget it and just left everything everywhere. It looks like they purposefully trashed the place, not just damaging the property, but by throwing crap everywhere, specifically to make it even harder for someone to come behind them, clean it up, and sell it. Wow.
Boarded and they kicked it back in. Yeah. Look at that. At least the garbage disposal is still there. That window's open. That was boarded once too. That right there. Oh, look at, that's the granite countertop broken on the floor. I didn't even notice that. That's the furnace. The rest of the furnace that used to be in the attic. Master bedroom. I don't know. They stripped all the wire. At least they were clean and brushed the teeth. But yeah, we had this reboarded and they got back in. And this time they can't blame the cold. They're actually lighting fires in here to stay warm and lighting fires there to stay warm through the cold weather. Even where the water heater. Yeah, see, the furnace is ripped out. Another bedroom destroyed. Look at the mold. Yeah. And then where the water heater was at, it's gone. Look at this. This is the garage. Look. Every room destroyed. That's the front door. It's gone too.
And I don't know if you guys are paying attention either, but all of these are recent. They're all recent. I think the oldest one that I might feature is from like July of 2025. All of these are from 2026. So these are not old. This is happening right now, and that might start telling you something.
You left your son's room pretty much okay. I wonder if that's
What's that okay? Would she leave okay?
her son's room.
Oh.
It says the name on there. Anyway, fresh coat of paint, Justin, and good cleaning, and it'd be back to new. I think this is a easy money-making opportunity here.
Right.
I mean, and then we have people like this that are coming in and they're seeing it as an opportunity for them to make money. They're literally going to be profiting off of someone else's heartache and rage. And I understand business, right? It is what it is. People get into real estate, they make money off of real estate, and I have a respect for that. But then at the same time, it is very, very sad because clearly somebody who had this home foreclosed on had that foreclosure rage, that they were just so incredibly angry by the fact that they were losing their home that they completely destroyed it and devalued it as much as possible. But then it's also an opportunity for real estate investors to come in, buy them cheap from the bank, flip them, make them look good again, and then sell them for top dollar and make money off of it. It's kind of a really sad cycle if you think about it. And I'm not putting down real estate investors at all. It's something I would personally love to do, but it is really sad if you think about it.
It's not terrible.
It's almost moving ready.
Oh my gosh. Somebody got mad and took a sledgehammer and went to town. Clearly, Clearly there was some rage here. So we know that foreclosure is one of the toughest things that somebody can go through, but turning around and destroying the property? I mean, I don't know. Do you think that those feelings are justified? Do you think that just because somebody is losing their home and the bank is taking it back, does that give them permission to just absolutely destroy the property? Do you think that their feelings are valid? Or do you think something like this should be illegal? I'm bordering on the side of something like this should be illegal. I think that there should be some sort of a clause or something in a mortgage, and who knows, maybe there is. Maybe there is. But I think that there should be some sort of a clause or something in bank documents that says that in the event of foreclosure, you are not allowed to damage the property beyond normal wear and tear. If so, you could face potential jail time. I mean, if someone is having their home foreclosed on because they don't have the money, suing them for damages is probably not gonna get anywhere. But criminal charges might deter people from doing this kind of thing. Or do you think that them destroying the property is perfectly within their rights? Because in theory, the bank should be big enough to absorb any losses caused by homeowners that are extra pissed off. But then you have to think, if someone is having a property foreclosed on, then that means that the property now belongs to the bank, not the previous homeowners. So that technically means that those homeowners are destroying someone else's property, which should be criminal, right? Just this whole thing blows my mind. There are so many videos on the internet of people buying foreclosed properties and going in and showing what the previous tenants did to it. And there is so much rage. There's so much rage, and it really is heartbreaking. Let me know your opinion on this one down in the comments below. And if you like videos like this and you appreciate these kind of open conversations, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. That's the fastest way to let me know you like and appreciate these kind of videos. Also, double check and make sure you are subscribed and ring that notification bell. That way you can be notified when the next video is posted. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.